Now to a developing case out of Maryland where an elderly man shot his wife and adult son and then turned the gun on himself. Now, you saw this story first as breaking news here at noon. Police discovered their bodies this morning in a home in Knoxville. That's not far from Harper's Ferry, if you know that area. Kevin Lewis is there now. He's got the latest on what police believe led to this tragedy. Kevin, what are you hearing?
Yeah, Leon, this is just an absolutely heartbreaking story. Here you have an 87-year-old man who police say shot his longtime wife and adult son in the home behind me. He then picked up the phone, called a relative, and while on the line, pointed the gun at himself and pulled the trigger. A double murder-suicide inside this rural Washington County home. Today, deputies found 86-year-old Caroline Green and her adult son Mark shot dead in a bedroom. In the basement, 87-year-old Johnny Green also dead, a handgun by his side.
Johnny shot all of them, and himself too.
Neighbor Idell Waters says the Greens had hit hard times. Doctors recently diagnosed Johnny with colon cancer. Caroline was already battling dementia, and their adult son Mark was intellectually challenged. Hopelessness, police say, the likely motive.
I'm 89, so it don't sit very well because I don't think you should do that, take somebody else's life like that.
All three individuals suffered gunshot wounds to the head.
Despite the implausible tragedy, police say the Greens were upstanding citizens. Today, in fact, the first and only time deputies had responded to their home.
In Washington County, for the most part, when you get into these smaller communities, everybody knows everyone. So when you have incidents take place, it's hard to deal with.
Now, when paramedics first arrived, wife Caroline was showing faint signs of life. A helicopter actually airlifted her to a hospital in Hagerstown, but simply put, her injuries were just too severe to survive. We are live tonight in Washington County. I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.